afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero, Psych Defender of the Fatherland, off an exciting, riveting, amazing Propagandacast. With me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero, Psych Defender of the Fatherland, your Lord and Master Defender of the Common Man as well. Off here to 1 vs 1 on Minsk Park. Between the south, we got Vodka Company filled up with vodka and possibly other potato-made products, fighting for the king and country, the Commonwealth, fighting through the Hürtgen forest here with the 52nd Infantry Division tasked with clearing out those dastardly Hands under the command of Refero, fighting valiantly for the Wehrmacht, Germany, taking on the role here of the 352nd Volkskunde Division with Jäger Infantry Mobile Defense and Ostrom Infantry Panzerfaust and anti-tank bullets. Noting most of the bullets he's got active for fast production, allowing him to hit the field just a bit faster. Vodka comes with special weapons, mobile assault, and rolling knees with triple infantry, and he is going for a triple section start. How novel. I'm sure he could write books about that. Me and the 3 infantry section start, how I completely blew open the meta. Well, if everybody else does it, but you know, you kind of get the idea. Grenadiers moving out here, double Grenadiers, their pioneers moving westwards there. Back base here for Jarl Refero, not much standing on there. And down here we got the section moving eastwards. We'll have to see if he goes for a 4th section, if he pulls for the Vickers, grenades, universal carriers. I mean, there's a few options here for Vodka Company to go in against Jarl Refero, who's so far not going for the machine guns. So we're going to see a sniper here versus those Tommies, those verdammte Inselaffen. Look, it says Otto. It's a British. It's always the British, aren't they? Well, we're on the Western Front. Who are we expecting? The Italians? Well, you know, it would be easier. Anyways, 4th section away there for Vodka Company. Grenadiers are being a bit cautious, but a bit unsure there. Again, the section out in heavy cover, they can easily blast the Grenadiers to death, you know, hell and back without necessarily taking too much damage there. So in this case, Jarl Refero leaves 1 Grenadier squad to screen them off, ensuring they can't easily move, while taking another Grenadier squad off. They're a bit risky, but at the same time, the section, you know, pops the head out. He can quickly pop in and pop a few shots at them, popping them back into cover. There we go. So a bit back and forth here. Tries quite a bit more extra management skills, but done correctly, I suppose he can bounce from time to just territory. So we got the sniper out here for Jarl Refero with a scoped Gewehr 43. Normally German snipers would have preferred a K90 case or the Mosin gun, as they were much better for the job. The thing about semi-automatic rifle is they sort of use some of the gases to reload, meaning they actually have less power, which, you know, in most cases doesn't necessarily matter. But with the sniper rifle, it does have a slight effect, which causes most snipers prefer bolt action over semi-automatics. But that's just me. So 4th section, more Grenadiers on there for Jarl Refero, now rushing the section with the sniper backing up as well here. Section going to find himself quickly popping in some losses. There we go. And at the same time, though, pushing up here with an aggressive flank could take out Jarl Refero's sniper. He needs to be careful. In these, we've got the Grenadiers securing territory, universal carrier following up for Vodka Company, most likely as a counter to the sniper, since the universal carrier does gain an accuracy bonus versus snipers. So that'll be my very sort of swift guess there. Plus, I mean, with the Vickers K upgrade, skills are pretty great versus infantry. But in this case, we can see that he's really intent on the sniper, which actually allows most of Jarl Refero's troops to sort of get some free shots on them, though it's not doing too much. But still, it's having an effect. There's getting perhaps an edge there in future engagements. And there we go, more Grenadiers around to the scene to stop those Tommies in their tracks. Sniper back can now perhaps come up again to sort of line up some more shots versus those bloody Brits. Universal Carrier setting out there, no Vickers K, quickly going for the Wasp upgrade here. Meanwhile, take up there for Vodka Company. And we got take up for Jarl Refero, 3 Grenadiers, 1 sniper versus 4 sections, and a Universal Carrier. Pioneers forced off. Universal Carrier rushing in. He's going for the Vickers K, and needs to be careful, doesn't get filled with Panzerfaust rockets. In which case, the Universal Carrier won't really be usable as a hat rack after that. Not unless you want your hats burned. Up here, section standing about there. Grenadiers now moving in. Bit of a shootout here between the Grenadiers, the section. Take up there for Jarl Refero. And there we go. Vickers K up, ready to deliver some hot lead into the faces of the Germans. Snipers moving up. Like the mechanized company slowly being erected there by Jarl Refero. I'm sure somewhere some 5-year-old is snickering. But they weren't really supposed to be watching this, no? You damn 5-year-olds. Go back to wherever 5-year-olds supposed to belong. Like to make a nice company up for Jarl Refero, going for the 2-2, the Elective Puncher Spielwagen, which as a fun fact was designed on a civilian car design, or based off a civilian car design, alongside the 234, which was the predecessor of the armoured car, based for the Puma armoured car. Fun fact. Section here, flanking up behind the Grenadiers, getting a few hits on the snipers, but can't quite land the hit. Refero losing a bit of ground, but at the same time he's also, I think, clearly just stalling for the 2-2 to begin really giving Vodka Company a hard time, since the British do lack immediate sort of measures for dealing with armoured vehicles. You could call that a weakness. Although we got the 2-2 out here for Jarl Refero, the Elective Puncher Spielwagen. Step on it, Otto. I want to murder some Brits. I've been stuck listening to Refero's speeches for the last couple of days. I can't take it anymore. It's all garbage. And it's just rolling out their Vodka division, but with no access to armoured cars. And reconnaissance would have been access to, would have been a Fusilier battalion or company, more likely, which would have been a sort of slightly elite unit with that also doubled as reconnaissance within the unit. So this would most likely be sent in from a Panzer division or a Panzer division. Oh, we're almost getting the 2-2, and there we go. Abandoned but not destroyed. AC following up with Vodka Company, pretty much common response here to any German light vehicle, since you're going to have to invest a lot of 2-2s into it. Even then, it's not really a good trade-off for the Germans, because you're likely going to end up losing one, and even then you could still end up losing both, because they're not necessarily amazing counters to the AC. So we'll have to see what it ends up with the Jarl Refero. He could lay down Teller mines, so you go for a Pack 40, using it at target practice. 5 Reichsmark, whoever sets it on fire. How do we find out? Well, you know, we just shoot sequentially. We don't shoot at the same time, obviously. We're not barbarians like the Americans. We're idiots like the Tommies. Up here, they're going to do something about. He has to going on. He could go for Panzer Grenadiers. Though I could also suspect a Pack 40 here, the Panzer Economic 40, and he goes for a machine gun instead. But there you go, got the AC Mark III about. Opening up on those Huns, and oh dear, he lost the Pioneers, forcing him to cancel the MD-42. No doctoral choice here for either player yet, but plenty of munitions have been floated. I do think Teller mines would have been great for Refero. Maybe some mass mines as well. The S stands for sehr gut. No, it stands for Spreng. Or Schützenmine, actually, depending on sort of things. Anyways, section moving up against the Grenadiers. Up north, we've got the 2-2 hitting a very isolated infantry section, increasing the chance of doing some nasty damage, and of course there being no help for them. Good lord! We're too far away from help. We're doomed! Unless someone hits the retreat button. The what button? The retreat button. What's that? Just shut up, Charles. I will do this facility pushing them back. Noting that Vodka Company so far at least has not bolstered them. Still going for sappers there. Positive for mines. Mine sweepers. He might be worried that Refero's been laying down Teller mines to catch up his AC, though so far that is exactly what Jarl Refero has not been doing. In his ethereal wisdom, he's decided they are not necessary. He hasn't thought about them. Both are possible. It's either that, he's had too much about kind of things he can do without them. Who knows? Got the AC sitting out here for Vodka Company. Bolted section of that for Vodka Company. Bunker up here for Jarl Refero for like medics. Sanitator. Section against Grenadiers, getting off a few hits here and there. Point there secured, back here, nothing further on. We've got 2 bolted sections now setting out, ready to fight the Huns. And we got artillery here prepared as well, ready to call in some 25-pounder guns on those Jerry's asses. Bunker not done there. Apparently Refero suddenly feels the pressure. The need for infantry speed. You see they're roaming about. We got mines up. So clearly Vodka Company is a bit worried about the potential of Teller mines. So again, so far Jarl Refero has been spectacular in his absence of Teller mines. Up north 2-2 there's the infantry section there. AC holding up the centre. In the west we've got a big push here. Lots of bolted sections. Grenadiers, Pioneers, no machine gun to hold that. That is pretty much going to think the forced retreat here from Jarl Refero. There is absolutely no chance in hell he wins this engagement. No chance in hell. and he's in fact not even paying attention to the high-low grenadiers there, because that's a full horde of sections, and that's just going to murder most infantry before they retreat. So that's another loss there for Refero. Could have been avoided. So far, that means what comes managed 2 wipes on Refero, as Refero's only to man to take out the Universal Carrier. Not quite sort of shows an equal trade-off there. The sniper's not been doing amazing work either, but he's not been a complete sack of potatoes either. But we got lots of light machine guns up here for Refero's Grenadiers, ready to take on the Tommies, but there is still nonetheless a distinct lack of mines. You might of course want to consider pushing for medium army here versus the Tommies. The Tommies of course themselves could consider taking up here under the astute leadership of Vodka Company. A man shunned by the regular or the higher British society for putting vodka in his tea. He says it's great for his teeth. Most people didn't quite buy into that one. Take up here happening for Refero. And we got the take up there. No?
A building at HQ has been destroyed.
Cancelled. Then for a 6-pounder gun. Possibly word here that Refero might be outpacing and pulling for armour. Interesting timing there. Oh, we're halfway done with the tech. I mean, it doesn't mean you have anything to worry about anyway, so it actually ensures that Refero has more time to possibly pull out some armour. Sniper landing a few more hits, coming probably into the section, being caught in a bit of a crossfire. And we got the AC on the move. Still no telemines left from Refero. Still no telemines. Could have even ended up in a sort of Fury-like situation. There's just only 3 telemines for the entire sector, and you know, he just has to use them in case Brad Pitt appears out of nowhere. Section being on the west side here. Mines being laid down there. Vodka Company is clearly not suffering from a shortage of mines. Section moving up for the centre. We got the sniper. We got the 2-2 raiders to thwart this Tommy raid. Got the pack moving about here as well. Need to be careful, of course, get caught up in the British line of fire. But you've pretty much shown heavy hands over to Vodka Company by accident. And we got an attendant calling, basically forming up, blocking fire, ensuring that Refero is very unlikely to try and move through. I mean, he can, but it's going to be a very bad idea. It's going to be high risk. And that's definitely one way you can use it, but it doesn't get discussed much. Basically, just use it to block movement. That's what you call blocking fire or spear fire. So, clever usage of artillery by Vodka Company deserves a thumbs up here. And he's got the gunners with the sappers, minesweepers at the ready, though not much usage against angry Germans, unless they're made out of mines. Take up happening there for Refero. We got the Spalmer co-op. It's likely going to push for a Panzer IV. He could theoretically go for the Sturm, but he's more likely to go for the Panzer IV since it is a bit more flexible of a weapons platform. You can deal with the AC and the sections. And those bolted sections are quite nasty, in which case you really want the Panzer IV, just, you know, put them 5 feet under and 5 feet to the left. And 5 feet to the right, preferably. MD4 to front for Refero. Again, he makes a second attempt at it. Will he this time be thwarted once more by his own clumsy thumbs and lose a unit, or will this time actually be allowed to, you know, get through to the front line? I can only imagine the machine gun crews are getting a bit annoyed with Refero there, just sort of constantly getting them and then cancelling them halfway through. I thought I joined the army to fight the enemy, not run a bloody marathon and a half. Section there being blasted by the grenadiers out in the open, casually slowly piling up. Back here to the 2 being fixed up. Sniper hanging back. And the 2-2-2 is good to go. Very close to the Panzer IV there. Vodka Company finally got the takeover on the move. Still no doctorate choice for either player. Both seem reluctant to make a decision, to fully commit to anything. And if they have any girlfriends, I'm sure they'd agree with that. Direct hit on the 2-2 from the 6-pounder gun, forcing a bit back. He can lose up the section out in the open.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Blasting the section to bits out in the open. Gonna use the section here, nice heavy cover. Even with the light machines, can be difficult to take them out without a good rifle grenade sent through the air. And then they quickly pop back in. Up here in the centre, we got a bit of shooting as well here. Pack 40 moving up. Machine gun banging up. We got the Panzer on the way for Refero. Vodka comes going to be behind. Can easily retreat. There we go. This time it's quick to quick to get out of there. Sappers charging forward heroically, but they only met with the harsh bark of the German MG-42. Panzer IV halfway done. Vodka Company going for the Cromwell tank here. It's going to push out some good British steel against the Germans. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure British steel is kind of rubbish quality. Well, it can't be worse than the Germans are suffering supply issues. Well, have you seen it? Have you seen our tanks? You got a point there, Terence. To do moment gaining the section there, blasting with his autocannon. Vets need 2-7 kills for Deutschland. Back here, troops hitting enforcing. Got the Cromwell halfway done. Sab versus section. Snipers moving out. And we got the Panzer IV out here. Could go for the pinlight machine if we just get into his own territory. Are they crashing through walls and gates?
There's a rather splendid Cromwell ready to go.
Hauling up the 6-pounder gun here for King and Country, the Commonwealth. Need to be careful not to push his Panzer IV too far. He doesn't know what Vodka Company's mining, but to get Panzer IV stuck in front of the 6-pounder gun. That could very well be it for the crew, and possibly for Jarl Refero. Who's going to be shot 1 Panzer IV against a Cromwell, which is usually not a situation you want to be in. Troops healing enforcing. Second pioneer squad almost done. Probably going to go for it just to help repair his vehicles. Not a bad idea overall. Calls out flamethrowers and minesweepers. In fact, he goes for both. That's disgusting. Jarl Refero's latest book. Why go for 2 pioneer squads and get a flamethrower and a minesweeper? The clever man's game. And the West Ground points there. Back here, Pioneers at the rate. No, he cancels it. In a rogue move, he goes against his own book's advice. Refero, you cheeky bastard. Still no doctrine choice there for Refero. Push up for the centre there. Pack 40 is opening up the AC, but so far is enjoying rather poor marksmanship. Most troops engaged up north. We got the 2 dealing with the section again. Half slowly approaching halfway to veteran 3. Those also slowly approaching death. In fact, at a faster pace than is getting any veterans, which is usually not how you want to do it. Silly call in here. Could make things a bit silly here for the 6-pounder of the Panzer IV. Cannoneers moving forward, the Panzer moving backwards. 25-pounder guns are signing off as they shell the area here.
We're losing a capture point.
And the West here, Pack 40 trying to catch the Cromwell, but the Cromwell is elusive, sipping about between the trees, hiding from the Germans and the anti-tank guns. Clever moves there by Vodka Company. These Canadians finding out to the AC. Bit of a blasting there. Left for a quick follow up with the Stu to help assist versus British armour. Sturmgeschütz always work nicely in that department. Still though, no doctoral choice here yet from either player. No decisions. No incisions. Back here, reinforcement, healing, and all that going on, except the Grenadiers are well enough, so the medics have other things to do, like enjoying a nice schnapps. But Jürgen sets medical schnapps. Yeah, for us. AC standing about here. And there we go, we got the Bren guns on as well. Here's another just to bolster their Brensted. Devilishly so. Pack 40 Panzer IV hanging back, so now moving about. Bit of a standoff here. Victory points wise. Refero has a small lead over Vodka Company, but Vodka Company is certainly determined. Unrelenting. There we go, Sniper Lancer kill 15. Closely approaching Veteran Z2. And we got a smoke shell off the Cromwell. Fires a nice little smoke shell there. Obfuscating around the side of the Germans. Another push for the centre though, without any Bren guns. To do this, the section in the west now going up. More smoke on the Grenadiers. Alright, let them eat smoke. You're aware the smoke isn't toxic. It isn't? No! I'm pretty sure that'd be against some sort of law. Come on. I can't have any fun in this war anyways. Bunch of wankers. Pack 40 moving up here. Crom briefly considered there by Vodka Company before deciding something else. We'll see what it ends up with there for Vodka Company. Maybe it's active the centre. Then the Cromwell. Who knows? At least I need to be careful though. Do we any take up here? Any further arm on the way for Jarl Refero? So far none. Notice got the Crom moving up, going for the 2-2 sniper. See to get away here. A bit risky. Bren gun there dropped but not picked up. And the east got gun is for the sappers. Sappers being riddled with bullets as they try to push ahead. Back here, nothing further going on Jarl Refero's base. At Vodka Company's base, things is also strangely silent as he seems unclear in what direction to take things in. I mean, there's no hammer, no anvil, no doctrinal tanks, no actual tanks, so I'm a bit not sure what Vodka Company's planning. It seems like Jarl Refero's a bit in the same sort of state of mind. The problem is, of course, here that Vodka Company's actually behind in population compared to Refero that doesn't walk around, but he could still benefit from actually using his resources a bit more actively towards some sort of plan. But so far, that plan does not seem to be forthcoming. And now, therefore, at least highlighting some sort of plan he is taking up. There could be Panthers. S-Mine's going off here. Nice work by Refero. He has been laying down mines. Tired of the British moving up the west flank. He's S-Mining it. The best in dealing with British pests. S-Mines. Recommended by 9 out of 10 German pest exterminators. And by pests we mean Brits. And other allies. Grabbing the point here, Firefly on the way for Vodka Company to blast apart any German bigger armour. Or just German armour in general. With its 17-pounder gun. Gun is on fire from the Cromwell. We'll have to see how Refero quickly builds up the Heavy Panzer Corps. Is now going for the Pack 40. Could certainly further indicate he's planning something there from the Heavy Panzer Corps. Panther, I think, would be a reasonable choice here. Extra German Panzer could also work, I guess, you know, obliterating the British infantry. Got the 6 minutes to support the tank here. Good move by Vodka Company. He's a bit risky pushing the combat fire with no support. And we finally got the first auction. 22 minutes in the game. We got mobile assault. Vodka Company once more displaying an absolute flair for. Well, nothing out of the ordinary, at least when it comes to sort of the broader strokes of the meta game. I mean, obviously he's not accusing him of playing, you know, completely unoriginally, but, you know, lots of sections, mobile assault, and even then just waiting this long to choose mobile assault seems a bit weird. I mean, you really don't benefit anything. You don't want to benefit more of going for Tsunia commandos and other bits, and there you go. Land matches out to fill the Germans with rockets. Quickly from the pack forward, then the Crom in the centre got two halted here by the MD-42 and a mortar called up here by Refero. Very good. And the east, the AC stands about.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Back here, troops reinforcing. And there you go, machine gun being engaged. Straight from the pack 4 and the Crom is advancing through the centre. Of course, quickly bypass. He also laid down a smoke shell here. Oh, he might just lose the Crom. Yep, Crom will hit. The munitions ignited, cooked more thoroughly. And then, well, overly cooked British dinner. Quick from the pack 4 in the AC. And the machine gun there finally pushed back. Got the gun some pants for the back. We got the sniper there with 23 kills. They've been doing gruesomely good there for Jarl Refero. Firefly hanging back. Could try and look to snipe at the Panzer IV, but of course might be worried about the Pack 40 backing out the Panzer IV. Oh dear, lost the section. I mean, in this case, he was clearly trying to, you know, bait Refero to stand about there long enough to land mass again. He kills him. The problem is he doesn't get any wipes in return. Losing that section is going to be quite costly here for Vodka Company. Refero, while he continues his determination not to choose a doctrine. Two troopers a section in the west. And the thing is, there's not really any doctrine that benefits from not choosing at all. I mean, they're all pretty much run out, and none of them got, you know, a big late game tank. So it feels a bit weird here as to what Refero's planning doctrinally, if he is planning anything. 5 kills on the land matches. Smoke up here as the AC is being repaired. I can't imagine though it makes it easy to repair when the entire thing is covered in smoke. Good lord! We're supposed to fix that! Oh, good lord! Who thought that was a great idea? I think Churchill. He likes a good cigar, you know. Idiot, fat bastard. I hope he chokes on that cigar. Anyways, fixing the Eastern Victory Point into something more suitably Teutonic there. Back here. Still no heavy panzer, of course. While he takes what he's not using, I mean, he might as well then just gone for a bunch of Stugers of Panther 4s. Also looks like a quick reconnaissance patrol here, there's a bit of infantry awareness. Mine went off finally there. And there you go, AC, getting a bit bold and getting a bit Panzerfausted. But that's nonetheless, and the Germans running. Refero though. Oh, finally goes for Doctrine. It's Jaeger Infantry. One of those doctrines that you really want early on in the game. He finally decides to go for it late in the game. Refero once more playing the long-term mind games there. Hoping to shock his opponent by going for an early game doctrine in the late game. Fireflies heading out there, Panther 4 blasting away here, murdering the Tommies heroically. In the centre segment of infantry to the MD-42, laying down a heavy burst of fire there, catching those unsuspecting bastards in a very unpleasant situation. Mortar ring down as well here, tearing them apart. More mortar fire there, snuffing out a few more British lives with the precision of a German clockmaker. You're talking about the Swiss. Well, German clockmakers actually killed people. The Swiss just neutral. Anyways, 8 Firefly moving up here. Panther 40 back also Pack 40. He's basically bombarding here, hoping there's no Pack 40 then, because forgets about the possibility of the Pack 40 parking right outside the area. Still no heavy Panzer Corps there for Refero. Crom on the way there for Vodka Company to replace the one blown apart by the Germans. AC far from up, but not enough in support here. The Eastern Infantry is actually moving out there, unsupported by the tanks, leaving the tanks to move up to sweep up the Tommies. Plus, of course, a bunch of grenadiers and light machine guns, leaving Vodka Company's forces a bit misaligned and a bit overextended. Something which I imagine Refero is more than happy to, punish his opponent for. Trying to rush in the AT, I think, to try and immobilise the Panther 1, which get along with Firefly to deal with it. Instead, oh, S-mines there. Clever work by Refero, mining the smaller paths. Snapping out a few more British souls. And there we go, the Heavy Panzer Corps is finally going up there for Refero. Finally cut through all that bureaucracy and got the permissions to build it. Back here, Cromwell running for Vodka Company. Could try and put more pressure on the left flank. You need to be more careful thinking attacking the centre. If he's going to attack the centre, you get up mortar and plane blade on the smoke and then push ahead. And meanwhile, we got machine bunker current the flank here with a Telemine there as well, because it's most likely anticipating the machine gun bunker is going to draw tanks, which are going to then rush ahead, and then they're going to get hit to mines. So some force out there. Buying, and we got commanders out here for Vodka Company with their silent Sten guns. And this was the AC. Mortar raining away there. 4 kills, half each of it need 2. Commanders there reinforcing slowly. Crom rushing through here, getting a bit aggressive, going to get the sniper there. He goes, successfully murders him. Tries to pop down the smoke bit here to sort of cover up the retreat. But there's a Panther on the flank alongside another Pack 40, but the Cromwell does successfully escape nonetheless this Teutonic trap. And this was the AC, sappers nearby as well. Back here we got nothing going on there for Refero. He could go for the Panther Zoom. Nope, goes for another sniper at this stage. I mean, if you're going to go for the heavy Panzer to go and then decide to go sniper, why not just scale it up and just go for Sturmpanzer, just to murder the infantry in mass, rather than just, pinpricking away anyways. But there you go, Panther rolling for the AC, could finally get, but there you go, Firefly to the rescue. Land matches laying down a hellish barrage around the centre there, catching the Germans in a pandemonium, a flurry of rockets. Almost got the Firefly here. Panzer fast off. Panzer 4 could possibly going to finish in. They're going to lose Pack moving up. Pack 4, there we go. Gets the Firefly, leaving Vodka Company now without his tank destroyer. And we could also see the land matches here being devoid of crews. Got the Cromwell there heroically counterattacking. One Pack 40 did get snuffed out in the land matches barrack. This starting to look pretty bad here. Panzer 4 shoots, bounces off the Cromwell's armor. Panzer fast fires, doesn't stop the engine. There you go. AC is setting all in to get the Cromwell. Panzer 4, can he do it? Looks like it, looks like it. There you go, it's going to try and mobilize it. There we go, there we go. Grenadiers on the tree, Pack 4 recruiting about some pioneers. Panther 4 gaining victory too. And there you go, Panther 4 down. Cromwell should be able to escape here. Quite a blow to Refero. Section shouting force commanders backing up here as well. Interesting, they first get into the front line now, but if you get to both Pack 40s, this could actually swing the game heavily in favour of Vodka Company. Suddenly Refero is short of anti-tank weapons and tanks, which could then mean Vodka Company could then seal off the game. He's quite behind, but still good push here. If he cruise the anti-tanks, all that could allow him to push through. Stug on the way there for Jarl Refero to try and contain the madness, which he just managed to open up the gates to by getting a bit too greedy there and getting a backhanded slap there by Vodka Company. Coming out in the machine gun band kick around the centre victory point there. Pack 40s being recruited, I'm listening up behind land matches standing about. Need to clear out those dastardly Germans, those Jays, and there you go. Telemine goes off, knocking out the AC. Not the Cromwell, still the loss of the AC is going to be significant here for what companies, being able to just slow down or even mobilise a German tank is a huge tool in the British arsenal and just really slows, well, not slows down but speeds up your Refero's manoeuvres on the field. So, whatever bright glimmer of hope he might just look slightly less bright now. Slightly less bright. I mean, it's not snuffed out yet. I'm sure Refero's going to do his best to snuff it out. Ooh, stole the land matches with the pioneers. Alright, lads, if we make off with this, and then we go back to enjoy large bottles of schnapps. Cromwell away there for Vodka Company, moving ahead here. Falling off the land matches, we're going to panzer fast it. Stug moving in here. Oh dear, we could see the Cromwell going down here. We could go, he should have repaired it instead. It gets put beyond the state of repair, and there we go. Vodka Company's hopes are dashed like the Cromwell cruise of survival. Victory is now Refero's assured. Deutschland. So brutal fight right here on Minsk Park. It was close at times, but ultimately Vodka Company feel like just didn't flank enough, didn't maneuver enough. Could have benefited from grenades, and also think he put too much effort on the centre where Jarl Refero pretty much just dug in, but rather he should have been put more pressure on the flanks, try to outmaneuver Jarl Refero and punish him for just digging in here and just pointing every gun there. Had he done that, I think Vodka Company's chance of beating Jarl Refero would have been significantly higher. Jarl Refero, I feel, could have done a bit more with this, but I'd say he played pretty well. Could have done both, by the way, could also benefit a lot from reduction sooner and more mines for Refero sooner as well. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience. You can send in a link or video of your own by using the email address in the video description. Do provide a detail, about the replay itself, ranking, and so on. And this is Imperial LinkedIn saying cheers and see you all tomorrow. Bye.